Let's do this. We need to get into this apartment block to go and see Kuno's dad and steal the drugs. A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. Yes, because we're going to have to knock and speak to the cleaner. From what Kuno said, I think. Door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. This time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from the inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Hold on, who am I speaking to?
It don't matter who I am. Now, go on, get out of here.
It's the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
The backyard door? Alright then. See if we can get in late at night. Mother son of a bitch. Oh, is this the door? Ah. This must be it. The basement door is weather worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from CA and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The Royal Leon, Guillemer's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime. This must be the door Everett mentioned. You still need to get the key from Manana. Oh, that's a door I need to leave open. So that's completely different. Mother.
Can't believe you didn't take the shots, fucking cowards. Waved your gun around like a clown. Next time you point that shit at me, you better take the shot.
She continues to be here. Okay. This kid is way worse than the other one. We can't actually ask her for any type of help. This is some grade A bullshit. I want to get inside the building.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Who am I speaking? I'm going to go to the police. Open the door.
Police? Everyone knows the police.
Let me in, it's
don't
cold
come.
outside.
No, I already told. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Hold on. I don't know how to get in. So I found the apartment door. I don't know who Manana is. Right. I'm gonna ask this girl here.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I was hoping she'd let me in. We're gonna have to go and speak to Kuno.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Can't do it. I can't speak about the deal. Well then, I've got no idea how to get in. Ah well, we might have to go to bed and do it in the daytime. But before we do that, we've got some people in here to interrogate. Oh, that's bullshit. How am I going to knock his dad out if I can't get in the apartment block? Because I need to do that alone because I can't have Kim with us. Speak to this guy. It's all about money, you know? But he says nothing. Oh, everything is actually locked up tight now. Ah. What's this? Why was that not here before?
Can I help you?
Right, well, I'll tell you what I do want to do. Before we call it a night here, I'm going to get one more thing tied up. I'm going to go back to see the woman in the furnace. Because there's a couple of things we didn't ask her. And then that's it. Don't know how to get in. Maybe she only lets people in during the day. Possibly. Still didn't know how to get into that. Now wait there. Ah, the body. Can we investigate the body? Tell me something dead, man. Nah. I'm confident the password that we need for the radio is in that freezer. For this radio here. But I just cannot open the freezer until I find like a better pry bar. Shall she still working this late at night? Right. Shivers 5. That's the speech check I haven't tried. Fuck it, let's do it. Oh, it succeeded! A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shivers rattle, as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere. This is just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed. Didn't we already talk about this, she asks. It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area. What you talking about, she says, shaking her head. My goodness, it's exactly the same. Rue de Saint Ghislaine 10. No. The old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up, yet it has a different address to the heart of the city. This doesn't make any sense. She looks around the makeshift nest that she carved for herself, bewildered. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from? It has a different address in the heart of the city. And what? Does that mean I'm safe from failure? Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces. Actually, it's only your workshop that's protected. You should still do something to defend your person. She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face. What? Do you know what this is? She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. Your lucky charm, some kind of ward? It's a mourning ring, she replies. I made it when my first company failed. It was a small jewellery shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Centre, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it to the ground within a year. I didn't have what it would call a viable business plan. See, the curse is real. I bet he didn't run from this jewellery shop I bet you didn't run this little jewellery shop from the protective depths of the chimney. Why are you telling me this? It wasn't just a jewellery shop either. I always thought that was just a world where you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. Now you're telling me what? She closed her eyes. That it was all because I didn't run my little shop's ventures from a dump inside of an abandoned chimney. Don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy. Yes, coincidence is all that safeguards us. Yeah, she stares out the window, not really hearing your words, or maybe the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you wanted. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be. You can try again. Still, there's something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world. She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light. Thought gained the precarious world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer. She gives you a tired smile. How did you become a die maker? Business decision? Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew from there. Do you like them yourself? Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players are customers. They're nice people. She's thankful for the security they provide her. Okay, I'd like to... Do I want to order die from her? What does it even do? Of course she nods. This is what she's here for. Tell me what you have in mind. Tell me about your most extraordinary die. A star that fell from the firmament? They cost more than 7 real, are you sure? Yes, I'm a star myself, a superstar, and superstars don't care about money. Do I even need real? I do need real for sleep, like. A star that fell from the firmament. Like, what? Will this give me any sort of benefit? No, I'm afraid it's not worth it, sorry. Right, hold on. I need more time to think about it. Leave. Let me save it. I just want to see if it's actually worthwhile, or if it's just a thing you can do. Right, let's buy it. Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet to complement your magnetic personality? Okay then. 10 real and I can get these ready in 8 hours. I thought she said 7. But do magnetic dice even roll properly? It's true, magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they roll, just like all the magnetic personalities do. Ah, so you gotta wait 8 hours. We're not gonna be able to do this. I need to think about it. Back off. See ya. Right, come on then. I'm gonna get out of bed. Let's wait till morning and see what tomorrow brings. There's nobody else we can talk to. Oh wait there, I've got a thought. Seems like the point of this game is victory. The absence of defeat on all fronts. Victory is business ventures and creative undertakings. Victory is loving other people. Political victory, ideology victory, hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victories too. Having things and not losing them. One problem though, is not a lot of victors in sight. Everyone is mostly losing. Why is that? And how do you not lose? 4 hours to do. Unlock a new slot. How long does this take? 5 hours, 4 minutes. Spend a... I don't really want to spend a skill point if I'm honest. Come on then, let's leave this place. Ah, wait there. This is the back entrance into the bookstore. Can we steal something from the bookstore? We can steal something if she's gone. Wrong button. I wonder if we can do this now. Because we're strong as fuck. Oh, we have a strong. But I didn't want to bust me bloody back doing it. Oh, wait there, wait there, wait there. I can put my t-shirt on, can't I? Right. Physical instrument t-shirt. Bang. Hobo. Bang, I did it. Come on, we're pumping some iron here. Nailed it. Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air, your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game. I'm a true champion. Yes! Go on, son. That is so good. A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you've ever set your mind to. Hey, but you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What if they know you're here? Is this for... leave. Done. Let's put my other t-shirt back on. Awesome. The wench! She's locked the door, so I can't rob her shop. Did you hear that? Something whistling. Come on, baby, let me out. Bedtime. He works all hours of the day, doesn't he? Must be a 24-hour service. I want to knock on this woman's door for a late night booty call. You should punch a fucking hole in it. Punch it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame and your fist hurts. This was all very well good normal thing to do. Not to mention great exercise. Okay then. Just punch the door. I am a true brute. That's his door. That's Kim's door. Right? Should we look in? Oh, we could look in the mirror. I want to get in this. Why is this cabinet locked? A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. Oh, these are all the choices I could do, but I haven't got it. Interfacing. -10, tool not in hand. Ah. So if I have the correct tool in hand, what do you think the correct tool would be? It's got to be the pry bar, isn't it? Nope. Correct tool not in hand. Maybe if we find like a screwdriver or a wrench. It's not going to be the bolt cutter, is it? Yes, it was. Still low at 17%. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror. I'll leave it for now. Right. Come on then. Bedtime. Fuck it, I'm going to try it. failure, you bastard. Yeah, we're a fucking loser at them. What I'll do is I'll come back later on in the game when I've leveled up those skills, or if I've got like equipment that I can put on that improves interfacing, and then we'll get into that. See if we can fix it. Right. Let's do it. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. Crawl in. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault. Roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colours, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him who? Something to do with, what was it the lieutenant said? Union. And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slow brain waves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, we can't go into the fog. It's guiding us. The body's back. Oh, it's me. And it's a disco.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
What? Your death? So do I have a wife?
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This'll be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
Who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Fuck, it's pretty sad, isn't it? If this is true.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Elysium? What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to this guy before at the start of the game. The very first person that talked to us.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams, and the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed.
Stinky boy.
I'm gonna come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
There's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Harry.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Here we are. Well, that was a bit certainly out there, wasn't it? My guy is straight up tripping. Good going, buddy. Oh my god, what the hell was that? I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenating. I'm gonna say that. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night. What the hell is going on with me? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think. It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. No, it's not. Really, I feel super good. That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all of the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed. Bang. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically a week, let's be honest. 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You'll be fired. That's a lie. I can do this without speed. Half the town won't be dead. Opt out. Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark. I'm gone sober, baby. Ah, new day. New day, new things to solve. Well, current things to solve. I need to get into that apartment block. We need to find Manana, whoever he is. Oh, look, there's loads of people here. Right, Kim wants to have a chat with us, so let's do that first. Good morning, friend.
Morning.
Looks like we can go to work once the union... looks like we can go to work at once. The union muscle turned up. He points to the mess hall doors. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. He won't even acknowledge the stolen boots you're wearing. Oh shit, yeah, that's right. For him, they don't exist. You'll have to bring it up yourself later if you dare. I'm going to do that. Why do we need to talk to them? What do you mean, rowdy? Are these the men God told us about yesterday? I completely forgot. He looks at his notes. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. Okay. He crosses something out. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. So why do we need to talk to them? Everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may of course all be wrong, but we still need to talk to them and it won't be easy. What do you mean, Rowdy? Ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here? Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for said policing. I think it's them. The Hardy Boys? Let's roll. Fuck calling reinforcements, I'll do this myself. One more thing before we do. He glances at the booth again. We don't want to have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business. Good, a power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Okay. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. They are in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave the choice to you, whether you decide it's fine by me. Well, I think I am going to leave them till later. Let's speak to other people first.
Just a moment, officer.
Lena the cryptozoologist's wife.
And there's no public phones nearby.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, Mum.
He appears to be genuinely apologetic.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. Now then.
Good day, is everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
So what's wrong with the phone
The
line?
manager was vague about it.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, may I ask what you needed to use the phone for, madame?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. Oh, forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Lena. My husband and I are staying with a friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
You hear that? Someone's missing. There could be foul play afoot. Why do I have to play rescue? I love missing person cases. That's right. Now skip the foreplay. Time to dive into the dark alleys. Start shaking down the usual suspects. You know, leg work. Doing some good will alleviate the hangover. At least you're used to someone. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through the dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it. Somnolent. A damn chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling of rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
Not necessarily. I not noticed this about me, but actually, tell you what, what's this expedition your husband was on? Just some field work, sweetie. Morrill is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back Monday, she sighs. What could we be keeping them? Who's this Gary person? Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day. Are they in a rough neighbourhood? There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. She stops, then continues, worried. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there? I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men travelling together. The lieutenant doesn't want to agitate the woman. Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect. This sounds like police business. I'll help find your husband. Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? The lieutenant tilts his head towards the vigilantes in the cafeteria. I did suggest we play it cool, but I've got a premonition that this missing scientist is connected to our main case. He sighs. I sincerely doubt it. Still, I suppose it won't hurt to keep an eye out. Boom, new task. Thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel. So he's some kind of scientist? Yes, he's a zoologist. It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends. That's one opinion, yes, and people are entitled to their opinions. My apologies, Mom. I did not mean to undermine your hobby. It's not a hobby, it's a subfield. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own. Oh, we can do suggestion. Right. Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your request. Could you tell me about just one interesting cryptid? I suppose you could use a break, and I could use a distraction. The lieutenant throws you one of his looks. One cryptid, like you said. One. This can turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do. Okay, Kim. Just one little cryptid, I promise. Cryptid extravaganza, I like the sound of that. And I don't just one. Or he'll be disappointed in you. What's the most dangerous cryptid? The Norma Jeroma, she poses for effect. That sounds terrifying. Oh yes, none of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the Norman's venom dissolved organic tissue. What did it look like? Reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and protruding forehand, an ungainly little thing quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped up in tarpaulin to suffocate it. She looks at you, her voice grave suddenly. It still took the Norma Jeroma an entire day to die. If the body of the creature was found, the lieutenant can't help himself. Why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in the science textbooks confirming the existence of this very lethal species? The first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking it would detoxify the Norman's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science. Okay. Are there any invisible ones? The lieutenant leans in. Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one. I didn't. Okay. We can move on. He nods. Tell me about Morel. I'm not sure where to begin. What does he look like? He's grumpy. Eyes are always bright and curious like a small boy's, and his palms are quite coarse. It's always a challenge to describe a person you know best in the world. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for? He's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair. Okay. He pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description. One more thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. How long have you been married? 16th anniversary. How did you meet? A dating agency. We hit it off, and here we are. She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later. That's it. That's all for now. Done. So, new quest. Happy days. And I'm going to leave these guys to it. We're going to go outside. What I am going to do is I want to make a beeline for the apartments again. I want to see if we can get in during the day. And we also need to find Manana for the key for that back door. But I don't know who that is. Manana. Is he the guy sitting? Was that? Could it be? The Call Domama Dakwa? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear. Listen more closely. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic Lena said it was a very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Listen closely first. There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. I keep listening. It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it'll come towards you. What are you doing? You're a police officer. not a pansy ornithologist. The only birds you should be looking for are healthy women of childbearing age. Yeah. Kim, do you hear a high-pitched noise? No, I don't hear the call to Mama Dakwa, and neither do you. Okay. Proceed. Oh no, the sound is moving away. Somewhere over there, go after it. Too late, it's gone. There's no ringing anymore, just the sound of the streets. Come back, please, listen more. Keep your ears peeled then. If this species really has migrated to Martinaise, you're sure to hear it again. Okay, so we've got so many things now. 7 hours, 10 minutes. The mysteries. You're certain that you did well, maybe not quite certain. I'll tell you what. How many skill points do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skill points. Fuck it, let's do it. I might as well internalize them and learn what they are. Might as well. Okay, there we go. Done. Right. Back here. Oh. How do we get on the roof? That is a question. Unless I've missed some doors in this place. Unless that's what the blue door's for. I've got no idea how to get on the roof. Son of a bitch. Unless it's through Freet. Because she said there was an entrance at the back of... Possibly. We may be looking for some external stairs. I need to get down. Wait there, what's this? There's new things appearing everywhere. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape for Sarah on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. You're looking at the destruction. This is where the magic happens. And by that you mean crimes against humanity. Well, crimes against myself. I defied bourgeois morality and they defied it hard. I have no idea what that means. He looked towards the exit longingly. I defied it. Now that we've seen what's on the roof, I'm really curious on how to get up there. I'm I'm going to head to Fleet first and trade in these bottles. See how much money I get. And maybe the truckers are back. Yes, they are. Okay, so they come back in the daytime. Oh my god, we've got so many cases to go through. I'm like getting a bit overwhelmed. $350. That's not bad at all. Now let's see if we can find Manana. I'm sure that's the guy sitting on the railings. I might be wrong. So we can get the key for that other back door.
So, how'd you like
Oh,
our
Manana.
harbor?
That's it. It is this guy. So he stares at you with his hazy eyes. How do you like your harbour? It was nice enough. It's but a rest area on the path leading to across open plains. He notes solemnly and then turns to you, a weird smile adorning his face. Right, you talk to the boss eye to eye like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. Yeah, you have a key to the door? A key, huh? He runs his fingers through his moustache. What door is the key supposed to open? He said it belonged to a weasel. Oh, say no more. I got you. He taps the side of his nose with a little wink. So we've got the key. Excellent. Let me tell you, it's mighty good for you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Opportunity and I took it. I'm not sure about the hustle grind, but he waves at you. You know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement. I already know where it is. I found it accidentally. Where did you get the key from? The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things. Really. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? He doesn't wait for your answer. To feed our children, I guess. Anything else I should know about this task? He shakes his head. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting. Why are you striking? Negotiating a share. So not wages or pensions or the stuff they already covered. Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people here have. Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece. How large a share would you like? All of it. Fair enough. Are you a communist? No. He thinks. I don't think I'm a communist. Saying something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion, no science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only thing is holding someone back or I can't and I shouldn't. Right on, brother. The boss man Everett said you can tell me about him. I think it's best you make up your own mind. What does bossing the union entail anyway? I guess it's kind of to get the village chief. He oversees the harbour, makes deals with the owners and other relevant parties. By that you mean corruption. By heavens, why would you not be corrupt? We live in a harsh, disordered world, and in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit. The desk seems lavish. He's reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. Not you. You would like to say, but then there's the weasel door. You seem to have spent a time thinking about political situation. I've had the necessary free time. The man sits on the rail and his hands reaching far and wide. It feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider if need be. Any idea on who killed the hanged man? The mercenary? Aye, he shrugged. Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? He shakes his head solemnly. The harbour is a prime area of suspicion. What a thought, he scoffs, looking shocked. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course. Pushed how? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. What does that mean? He was an agent of the opposition attempting to undermine our honourable efforts. Did you kill him? I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organisations like our union have all sorts of men with all sorts of skills. He means a more violent faction, easy to take care of such a thing. That might be the Hardy Boys. Understood, the lieutenant takes note. This has been of limited use still, thank you. See ya. Well, that's good. Now, while we're here, I'm getting sidetracked again. But I need to check this container out. See if it's open during the daytime. And then we can put aside everything in the dock area. And just concentrate on the out front near the main area. I wonder if it's moved back. Oh no, it's still there. Fuck me, how loud was that? How do I even get in that? Let's try this. Tell you what, look, the audios went funny again. Have you noticed? Nah. So I don't know how you get in there. Not an absolute dicky bird. Not a dicky bird. Wait there, wait there, wait there. Oh, that's a different door. Come on then, we're going. I'm going to question the hauliers, the truck drivers. Wait there, I'm going to go and see the guy I knocked out. Is he back? Yes. Let's have a word with him.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys? I'm not the first line of defense, I am the last. He looks towards the coast defiantly. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading, but you're all part of the union. The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone, and I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept of the Seminoles. Okay. We need a higher conceptualization if I'm going to risk that.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Wait, he's talking about me spin kick? Wrong. You did the right thing with that measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
So nobody else here? Well, speak to this guy. I don't think it's this lorry driver that is the drug dealer. Or transporting the drugs, but you never know.
Looking for something, Hunt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
Nah, what are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait situation. How long has this been going on then? What type of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples. Apples? Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? He's given you the runaround, let's be honest. You were bested. You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. He takes a long drag on a cigarette. Why not? You know where that shit comes from? Samariza, Safra, Ilamara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage. There's your in. Take his side in this particular fight. I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds then. Damn, it didn't work. You should have signalled you're a nationalist before. I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. He puffs on a cigarette. So why are you still hanging around here? Most of the other lorrymen have left. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kipts sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like cancer. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors opening on my way here. Do you know what happened? Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling in Rags when some kip boy smashed the lock and took the damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. He takes a long suck on a cigarette, appearing to savour the taste. Since he left, I haven't had anyone else to talk to. Bad for him. The man shakes his head dismayed, furiously pulling on a cigarette. It's a fucking travesty is what it is. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Siileng, that beady-eyed South Samarian. He spits on the ground. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Where do I find him? Just follow the smell. Smells like apricots and oil when you're nearby. The lorryman lets out a raspy croak with his own sense of humour. Yes, where is he? Looks like I offended your partner here. He doesn't look like the lieutenant. Too bad. Siileng's usually a little bit south of here near the canal. You can't miss him, just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He nods in a sagely manner. Then another puff of the cigarette. He's your man. 100%. Wouldn't be sure about it. Not until we've heard what he's got to say. Right then. Siileng. South of here. Aha, there's the bridge. That's not her. Oh, there. That might be him there. Awesome. Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
I am the law. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards a sprawl of lorries. What's the jam?
Jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
How long have you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly praised. But I can roll with
Yeah,
it.
imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of
So
sorrow.
tell me, what do you need?
What are you hauling? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Really? Time to arrest him. What are you actually hauling? Can't even get a few jokes past my man, he grins. I've got another haul of found cargo, mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, that kind of thing. They usually ship to Grad and the Occident, although we've been making headway in the Ilmarian market lately. What's your machine behind you? Could I get one of those tracksuits? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel a touch of some good performance wear. I need it. Still nothing illegal then? Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment. Okay. That's your machine? This rockin' beauty he points, the lorry with his thumb? Sure is. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You're interested in heavy duty cargo machinery. Yes, these lorries are pretty neat. Neat for carrying large quantities of cargo. There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he spent too long in his lorry. Ooh. Empathy 5. What do you see in his eyes? Care to spare some change? Oh no, I ain't got the money. They don't want to pay us for unfinished work. The bosses. Makes sense. First work, then pay. It sucks what it does. Maybe don't tell the people they don't like are actually right. I'm gonna have a shot of this. Failure. Bastard. Manny looks sad. What's going on with you? Hey Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you? My man, I want to know about your soul. Cool, cool. We all want to know each other. Know each other's woes and all, but people, man, they have slippery souls. Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It's possible the yelling didn't help. Fuck. You seem like a man that knows about drugs. Ah man, me and narcotics go way back. He folds his hands behind his head and leans back. Right, I'm not interested in this. Right, wait there, suggestion. Just be straight with him. Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? Hey man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of entrapment thing on me? Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. The lieutenant steps in. We have a credible lead. Someone on this roundabout was waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbour to load it in their lorry and drive to Jamrock. Not me, man. No way. Don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms and I'm afraid it's headed towards conflagration. So why are you hanging around? So who do you think will be doing the drug trade then? I stay away from it. You need to find somebody else to probe. Okay. We've got to find this other guy. South. Ancient fountain. Aha! Look, we're starting to find we've never even been here. Pile of clothes. There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics. Best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Look who it is, it's Siileng. Browse through the box. You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. Oh, low composure. Fuck it, let's try it. Fail, bastard. No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs or too loose around the waist. Touch them. They itch like hell, like an itch pit in hell. The itch is so bad you'll want to smash someone's face in. Nice, that's what I want to do. All natural materials, see? The street vendor interrupts, guiding your hand over the fabric. Real wool, 100% skin friendly, and they're yours for only 2 real. Ah, find something worth salvaging. I can't do that. Leave it for now. So if I get more composure, I can do that. What's this box? Found sneakers on a pedestal of speakers. You see two lowly defeated speakers. Thralls, slaves basically, perch atop them like conquerors surveying the land.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect them. A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with sleek monochrome colourway, a jet black upper and a silver line midsole. 50! You fucking kidding me? Guys, take the piss. What about the speakers? No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The man points to the footwear. The sneakers are the stars here. Poor little speakers, pat them. No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samoran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool... Can I just buy the sad conquered Samarian speakers? No way, officer. They aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Lo-fi socialist junk. I need them speakers. Well, if you want them, he pauses for a moment, calculating. But see, they're a pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of those speakers, where would the sneakers go? What the hell? Right, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to call it an episode here. And when we come back, we'll speak to this guy about the drug trafficking. It's so easy to let time get away with you. There's just so much to do. See you in the next one, lads.